Radiel and I were just talking about, driving behind those big 18-wheelers,
Yeah.
and they are scary, especially this morning with all of that rain. The roads were wet. I was driving really slow into work, and that was like, 2 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, with bigger cars, it takes longer to slow down,
Yes.
especially when the roads are wet. That's another factor to consider. So really useful information there from Tashara.
Any showers, more showers, I guess, to expect today?
Later today, yeah, it's going to be really scattered, just like it has been the last few days. But right now, it's actually looking a little drier at this moment compared to this morning. We're looking over Fort Worth right now, and you can see a little bit of break in that cloud cover, and that's what we're expecting today. I think we'll see partly cloudy skies, but with some peaks of sunshine. And we can see it on our satellite and radar just over the last few hours. You can see some breaks in the clouds towards Gainesville and south of the Metroplex. Shower activity mainly staying east of the Metroplex. That's where we have our lowest rain coverage today, about 30% coverage. That includes Dallas, Fort Worth. It includes Denton, Collin, Rockwall County, Kaufman County as well. The more west you are, the more likely you are to run into a scattered thunderstorm today. West of the Metroplex, we're looking at 40% coverage. That includes Granbury, Mineral Wells. More west, that's going to be 50% coverage. So the coverage increases again the more west you are. And here's a look at what it could look like on satellite and radar after, say, noon today. This is going to be 4 in the afternoon. We're going to see that activity pop up. This does include areas of the Metroplex. See how it's really scattered? There's not much organization to this. I'm not expecting severe weather today, but with any of these storms that forms, this is now around 5 or 6, we're going to see the potential for brief heavy rainfall, just like what we saw this weekend. The potential for lightning, of course, with any thunderstorm, you get that, and some gusty winds will also be possible. So this activity really starts to kind of dwindle down. Once the sun starts setting, we lose a lot of our energy in the atmosphere, and a lot of this starts to clear out. This is around 10. Now you see just some remnants of rain with some partly cloudy skies overall. So every day during the heat of the day, so peak heating, middle of the afternoon, we have the potential to see some scattered thunderstorms. That's all thanks to high humidity and really just that pattern that we're in, the heat also. We could pick up a quick 1/10 to 1/2 of an inch of rain between now and the end of the week. Some locally higher amounts are expected with the strongest of storms. We saw that this weekend, how we saw just brief heavy rainfall. So on top of the potential for rain, we're also dealing with high levels of pollution. We have an ozone action day today that does include the Metroplex. It does include Denton, Collin County, as well as Rockwall, Kaufman, and Hunt County. Now, this is in place throughout the day, and this is really to limit your time outdoors if you do have respiratory sensitivities or issues like asthma, one of them. Our air quality is just not great today. Normally good air quality you can see indicated by the green. The yellow, that's moderate air quality. That's one step below good air quality. We just have a lot of not just pollutants, but also pollen. And pollen today, grass and hickory, I definitely feel it today. I've spoken to a few of you on social media that feel it today. It's at a moderate count. Right now, 77 degrees. We're going to see a bit more break in the clouds, and when we see that, our temperature is going to climb. But right now, it's at 77. I think we make it close to about 84 degrees at 1. And if it doesn't rain right over DFW Airport, we make it to 87 degrees. But if we happen to see a storm rolling over DFW, we're going to see our temperature stay in the low 80s, maybe even the upper 70s for this afternoon. So our temperatures are going to be all over the place today, but if it doesn't rain at your particular location, do expect mid to upper 80s across basically all of North Texas, maybe some mid to low 80s for our western counties. Either way, it's going to feel warm. It's going to feel humid, not just today, but look at the rest of the week. Look at this weekend and next week. The 90s are here. They're here to stay. I am expecting our temperature to climb just a little every day. Our rain chances, they'll be slim every day, but they'll be there daily at about a 20% coverage for the rest of the week. We'll be back.